Oh, hi there. Today on Don't F It Up, I am going to teach you all about compound butters. Okay, so here's the thing. I love edible flowers, I love beautiful things, and so every single one of my weddings start with my 24-hour fermented focaccia bread and this gorgeous edible flower compound butter. Edible flowers are here, they are growing in my garden. I went out this morning to grab these beautiful varieties. So today we are going to be using some lovely geraniums. I have two different colors. So I've got this light pink geranium, I've got this darker sort of fuchsia geraniums. I love both of them, and I love the combination of both of them in my butters. And then the other edible flower that we're going to use today are the dianthus. So, funny story, I actually had been a little bit well versed in edible flowers before going to France to work at the Cannes Film Festival. But when I was there, the only edible flowers that were available to me were these dianthus, and I had never seen them before here, or perhaps I just wasn't paying enough attention. But they come in like a ton of stunning colors. You've got like the darker fuchsias, the bright reds, these little pink guys that have like a darker fuchsia center to them, and they're just beautiful. So I took a million pictures of them. The dish that I used them on was actually for American Express, and it was these like gorgeous little crab cakes that I made with a chipotle aioli and some beautiful sprouts, and then a ton of these dianthuses on top. And I remember being like, when I get back home, like I have to find these. So I found them. They're part of the carnation family. They are edible and beautiful. One of the lovely things about these flowers, and something that you need to pay attention to when you're using flowers in your cuisine, is that these ones don't have a taste, which is awesome, but a lot of them do. So the geraniums actually have a little bit of like a floral note to them. So you wanna be careful like where you're using them, or just be mindful of it, really. For butters, I find that they're fantastic. And all I'm doing, these have been washed, and I'm just picking the petals right off, and they're going into a pound and a half of cultured butter, actually. I'll talk to you about cultured butter on another episode because it's a whole thing, but it's delicious. Also a little bit fermented and cultured. It adds like more dimension to the butter. Okay, the other thing that we're putting in are chive flowers. Now these are a non-negotiable for me. All of my butters have chive flowers. It is the season right now of chive flowers. I've got them sprouting out of my pots like crazy. So I cut off some because I like to use the chive as well as the flower. So I'm gonna set aside my little flower bounty. I'm gonna go ahead and give these a really, oh look at that, I missed that when I was washing them. I'm gonna give these a really nice like fine dice. And then these are gonna go in as well. Oh, can you hear that? Oh, I apologize, my board is not level. I actually spent the whole weekend trying to get patio stones level. Oh, what a disaster. I mean, it worked, it just took forever. Okay, so cut up the chives and get those in there as well. Then, guys, literally, it's just a matter of mixing this up. So if you're doing big batches of it, I would suggest doing it in a mixer. You don't want to over whip the butter, but it'll make it easier. This butter is at room temp, but it's at room temp in my air-conditioned kitchen, so it is a little bit tough to mix. But like, look how pretty it is already. And the beautiful thing about this is you can put whatever you have or whatever you want in it. Like when nasturtiums are in season, I will use the flowers because they're really peppery, as well as, I kind of call it like the lily pad, but nasturtiums have like a pad and then a flower. And so I will just like cut those up, do a little chiffonade on them, and then you're good to go. Okay, once this is mixed, thoroughly mixed, as you can see, it's time to figure out how you're going to package and how you're going to essentially present it. So for me, I take a piece of cling wrap, lay that down on the board. Okay, you're going to use your spoon. I'm gonna make like logs. So I like to use my spoon just to sort of get the butter right down. Perfect. And then use the spoon. This is so much easier when you're not doing it on a cutting board, because what you can do is actually wet the surface, just like dampen wet the surface, and then put the saran wrap on top, and it'll actually like stick really well to the table. So you just want to sort of get it to the point where it's like a log, and then you're going to roll the one side over and compress it. So this is where you're going to like do the shaping of it with your hands. And then you're just going to roll it up. And then from there, you're gonna take your ends and you're gonna start twisting. And what's gonna happen is this is gonna help to compress the butter and take out any air pockets. And if you see an air pocket, like I have right here, because I did a poor job, see if I can show that to you. See that air pocket right there? What you wanna do is continually twist, twist, twist. You're gonna get to the point where it's getting tougher to twist it. Take a little knife, pop it, couple times, and then twist again. The air will come out and you'll be able to compress the butter. Guys, from here, you want to put this on a flat surface, a plate, a tray, depending on how many you're making. Pop it in the fridge just so that it can harden, and then all you need to do is slice into it and you'll have these perfect round medallions. When I plate this, I put it on a beautiful little plate, a few little medallions of the butter. I finish it always with my Newfoundland salt. But you can finish it with whatever you would like. I do recommend a little bit of salt and butter. This is mine and my godmother's like favorite thing to eat. When I was in France, I literally just ate baguettes and butter with fleur de sel in it. I would just walk around and like dip it. It was fantastic. Bread and butter are key in my life. It is why I offer it to all of my clients when I do events. Give it a try. Play with some different combinations. If you've got some beautiful herbs, throw some herbs in there. This will last in your fridge for like 3 weeks, or freeze it for up to 3 months. Pop it out and like really elevate your dinner parties. I hope that you don't F this one up, because it is stunning and it is going to take you from here to here with respects to hosting. Any questions or comments, let me know. I'll see you guys soon.